My name's Michael Home, I'm the 1 Minute Barber, and I'm going to show you today how to cut the sides of hair yourself. Now, you could cut your own hair or you could cut somebody else's hair at the sides. I'm going to show you the easiest way to do it. Now, I've been cutting hair for 17 years myself. I've owned 3 barber shops, I've been published in a number of magazines, and I've talked at various industry events. But today, I'm going to keep it really simple. I want it to be something that you can understand at home and is achievable. So I'm starting out here with my Wall Senior with a number 5 attachment. That's the number 5 comb. That is 18 millimeters in length. That's quite long. You can do this with any number at all, but the longer the number, the less risk of any mistakes are going to show. So the longer you keep it, the easier it's going to be for you. People ask me all the time, how do I blend the hair in? Well, let's let the curvature of the head do the blending in. You see how the head curves over here? Okay? If we just go straight up, it's going to gradually get longer. It gets further away from the clipper because it's coming from further up the head. So that's a natural way to blend it in. So to start, let's just comb the fringe out of the way over here. What we don't want is we don't want to go in with the clipper and take a chunk of the fringe away. So the fringe is removed and we can start cutting. I'm going to switch it on and I'm going to go straight up the side of the head. Now while I'm cutting, I want you to notice that I'm not going over this ridge here. I'm not going around onto the top of the head. What I'm doing is, I'm just going straight up and off. This is known as the parietal ridge here. Have your comb handy. Have your comb handy so that you can just comb the hair down whenever you need and have a look at it. Now if we turn him to the side, you can see there's some straggly hair around there. We'll deal with that at the end of the cut, but this here, this is blending into the top without any scissor cutting or any work at all on my behalf. So now I'm going to cut the back, but what I'm looking out for is this occipital bone here, this bone where the head curves over, okay? And we want to just glide straight off the occipital bone, like that. Like we did on the sides, but this time it's a different bone. Up like that. I don't want to come up over onto the crown of the head. Let's get started with that. Sometimes at the back we have this area where the hair kind of grows into the middle from the sides, and the way to get rid of that is to cut across this way. Let me demonstrate. Remember to pull the fringe out of the way. Again on the other side. As you can see, there's still some rough edges on this, round the back and just around the ears. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use my little trimmer and I'm going to show you exactly how I would just neaten up those sides. For this, I'm going to use an Andis cordless T outliner. Now, I would recommend that you use a little trimmer for this. If you're using your big clipper, that's okay, but I would recommend something smaller for going around the ears, especially something with a finer blade. If you're working with kids, sometimes they can have very soft skin and the big clipper may graze them or agitate their skin, so try and work with something small. First of all, I'm going to square this side here, then I'm going to go around the ear and I'm going to use my comb. I'm going to put my comb in like this and I'm going to pick up the hair a little bit and just run the clipper over. It's a technique called clipper over comb. I'll show you how to do it, and that just softens this edge here rather than having a solid straight line. Hold the ear down like this, and using just the corner, we're going to work our way round the ear. Not too high so that it forms something like a mudguard going right up high. We just want to take the very loose hairs around the ear. And hold the ear down the other way. Now I'm going to clip it over a comb. Go in with your comb and lift the hair out a little bit, and then just take what's sticking out on the comb, and that will just soften it at the side ever so slightly. So we've got a little bit of hair here that we need to tidy up around the neck. All I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my comb like this, lift it out a little bit, and then I'm going to use my T outliner and I'm going to just trim it across the comb. So I'm not forming a solid line across the back here. I'm leaving it quite soft and natural looking. It's totally okay to have a soft, natural finish at the back of the neck. This isn't even tapered, it's just, I've tidied up just the loose hairs that were sticking out. It's not square. There isn't actually a square line on a head of hair, so you can leave it natural as long as it's tidy. Sometimes all you need to do is take the neck hair off and just leave the rest. So that's a really easy way to cut the sides of hair. If you want to see how I complete this haircut and cut the top using a very special and very easy method, click the link shown here. Thank you for watching and all the best with your haircutting.